Shout out to Wildcat assistant coach, fellow Coug, Kellen Sullivan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get up and make some noise. It is our last season home game. Starting it out tonight for the Chinooks, number 2, Drew the Freight Train.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's live stream broadcast on the hill in Kalama, Washington. It's the Kalama Chinooks hosting the Center Wildcats. It's senior night here on the hill in Kalama, and we've got a big one on tap for you here tonight between these two TRICO League contenders, the undefeated Center Wildcats at 7-0 overall, 5-0 in the TRICO League. Kalama, only a singular loss on the year, and it's really nothing to be too disappointed about other than the fact that the game did see the star quarterback Aiden Brown go down with an injury, but Seton Catholic issuing Kalama their only loss of the season thus far. The Chinooks come in 6-1 overall. The forfeit last week counts, and they are also 4-1 in the TRICO League, so a game behind the division leaders, tied for first, Seton Catholic and Center, as we are just getting pregame introductions wrapped up. Again, it's senior night up here, so the senior festivities went a little bit overtime already. But we are here mixed in with the crowd up against the chain link fence, under the press box and under the lights. First time that N2 Media has had a chance to make its way up here on the hill in Kalama, Washington, and I could not be more excited. Should be an amazing matchup here tonight. A lot riding on this one here for Kalama. If Kalama is victorious here, they still have a shot of getting a share of the league championship, depending on next week's results between Seton Catholic and Center. If Kalama is victorious here tonight, and they win next week at Castle Rock, and if Center beats Seton Catholic next week, then we would have a three-way tie in the TRICO League standings. How they would separate the men from the boys in that scenario, not sure. But we are just about set to get underway here, and fans, please be sure to share the live stream link with friends and family. You can also type in to the live stream comment section where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. And again, I do want to welcome everybody here tonight for the first time. Uh-oh, a little too far there on the other camera. There we go. There might be some banging and pounding here tonight, since we are up here in the stands right next to the band, and Kalama is set to receive the opening kickoff.
Kicking it off for the Center is number 14, Nate Redbiz.
And here's the kick. It is deep, and it is going to head out of bounds along the far sideline. So that's going to be a procedure penalty. Kalama will start with decent field position here to open up the ball game. Again, for those who maybe have not heard of N2 Media, that is me. Please hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, follow on Facebook. It helps me tremendously. But a nice facility up here at Kalama High School. And again, fans, type into the live stream comment section Anything that's on your mind, as long as it's PG-13. Devin Accord, the quarterback for Kalama here tonight, starting in place of the injured Aiden Brown. Also, Henry Sigfridson not going to be in action tonight, as we've got a smoke screen and a flea flicker, or kind of a hook and ladder more or less, behind the post here. And read beautifully by number 2, Gavin Emerson. So immediately, good instincts by the LaCenter defense. We will have clear picture at times here, but the structured setup in the small press box means we set up down here in the stands. We'll try to see what we can do to get around these posts. But an empty set, and then the ball is bobbled, and it's a straight take up the middle by the quarterback, and decent running room there. It's actually going to be Drew Schlangen coming in, running some Wildcat against the Wildcats. Give him 6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and manageable, 3rd mid. And an empty formation. Motion back to the near side, heavy on the right side. And it's a keeper running to the right side here. And again, great defense. Initially, it's Emerson once again for LaCenter. It's going to be no gain. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. So we'll see what the Chinooks decide to do. It looks like they're going to bring in the punt team as Johnny Martinez sets up deep in the Kalama backfield. And this punt is away. And it's dropped and covered up on, but the ball's still loose. Let's see. It's still loose, and it looks like the Wildcats do eventually get on top of it. But the Wildcats giving their fans something to hold their breath about immediately after attempting to field the punt. Eventually they will have the ball. 1st and 10. Ball was spotted on the 15-yard line. And the signal caller at quarterback is going to be number 5, Wyatt Island. And it's a handoff coming back this side, breaking a tackle, carrying tacklers for a long gain there is the running back, Isaac Cromie. And Cromie, a senior, has had a spectacular season thus far for the Wildcats. New set of downs immediately. Ball now on the 32-yard line. That run good for 17. Now we got a handoff going to the right side. Cromie bottled up after a short gain here. I say short gain from this angle, looks more like 5, according to the far sideline official. So again, fans, just underway here. No score, under 9 minutes now in the first quarter. 8:51 officially, clock running. We do have a digital scoreboard picture-in-picture in the top right corner of your screen. If you are on YouTube, and you can pinch and zoom if you need to see a little bit closer. We got trips to the near side out of the shotgun, and it's a keeper, and going back the opposite way is the quarterback, Island, and Island is close to the marker, but he's going to be just a little bit short. Third down and 1. Eastland credited with 4. But a big matchup here tonight. Kalama new to the 1A TRICO League, but these two teams not separated by too much distance, just about 15 miles between schools. And it's a keeper by the quarterback, and coming off the left side, just getting across the line again for a first down is Island.
Kushner in on the tackle. Wildcats able to move the chains.
Ball spotted on the Wildcats' 44-yard line. First drive of the game for La Center. Now the Wildcats have a wide receiver to each side and a wing off to the left. And it's going to be a handoff to Cromie coming back to the near side. Gets a block, gets the edge up the far sideline, or near sideline, I should say. Cuts it back inside, and finally is tackled down from behind right around the 20-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot this one probably at the 19-yard line. That's a 35-yard gain there for Cromie. Great blocking out in front. Now, all things considered, checking over the roster here for La Center before coming down here, I noticed that there aren't a plethora of seniors on this Wildcats roster, which is a bad sign for other teams in the TRICO League and beyond, as we've got a 1st and 10 ball on the 19, and out of the shotgun, Cromie gets a handoff, and he's off to the right side this time, breaks a tackle, carries another, is still on his feet, right in front of the 5-yard line, marked down at the 4. First and goal is center. So far, nothing too fancy here for the Wildcats. Just a steady dose of Isaac Cromie and an occasional keeper from Wyatt Island. Island, good size, good measurable, 6'2" senior. You can see why this team matches up well with just about anybody. And right now, they got a good opportunity to get the first 6 of the game. And it's a handoff off to the right side, but bottled up in front of the goal line. It's going to be a short gain, maybe of 2. Second and goal coming.
Looks like Bobs and Spalding are there to make the stop.
Shotgun formation, Cromie to the left of Island. Island hands off, fakes a throw, and the Kalama defense wise, as they are going to stop Cromie for a loss of 3, maybe 4 here. So the Chinooks defense looking to stiffen up, and we have an injured player or potential equipment malfunction here. It looks to be Drew Schlangen, who's coming off the field rather easily, jogging off. But a big third down opportunity. Schlangen, one of the key players in the lineup for the Chinooks. Don't want to be missing him on crucial 3rd and goal situations here, like La Center finds himself in. Cromie off to the right here of Island. 2 wide receivers at the top as well. And it's a sprint to the right, looking to get the edge, cut down, a flag in the backfield, and I don't think he got into the end zone. So decision time here. This one looks like it could be in the neighborhood of a holding call. And it is going to be holding against La Center. And I believe they would be 4th down from maybe the 1-yard line here, according to the PA announcer. It looks like the Chinooks are going to mark this off. And it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 16. We have yet to see the Wildcats attempt to pass. Third down and goal. Cromie gets a handoff up the middle, and he's cut down right around the 11, maybe 12. About a 5-yard gain here, and it's going to be 4th and goal. Decision time here for the Wildcats. It looks like they're going to attempt a field goal here. So a good sign for the Chinooks defense after allowing some yards tighten things up. The holding call really hurting La Center. On for the field goal is Nate Rembich. And this one looks to be about a 29-yarder. Snap is good, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3-0 La Center. Impressive kick there to give the Wildcats a 3-0 lead, but at the same time, again, it's impressive for Kalama to get off the field without allowing 6. 3:36 to go here in the opening quarter, and the La Center Wildcats on top 3-0. Well, again, fans, thank you so much for taking time out of your night to watch Kalama versus La Center here on the Hill at Kalama High School. For those who don't know, typically you could find us streaming games over at Longview Memorial Stadium or down at Ridgefield High School. But happy to have a new audience potentially here tonight. And if you haven't had a chance to do so yet, please just click the subscribe button. It's free, or follow whatever it shows on your page. I don't care if you ever watch another event ever, but you can get notifications of when we go live. We do have another game coming up next Friday, and then it's off to the postseason, where more than likely we'll be hosting a game for the Ridgefield Spudders, just based on where they currently sit in the standings. So I'd love to have everybody come on back and support the live stream effort. Free for you, the viewer. The more follows I get, the more income I can potentially get paid from the good old social media platforms. So it means a lot to have you all with us, and if you could just share the live stream link on your social media timeline or text it to Nana, Papa, Auntie, Uncle, as we've got a kickoff here after the field goal and fielded down at the 10-yard line. And a hole opens up briefly, and out to the 30-yard line is the returner. Didn't have a chance to see the number there.
So here we go. Let's see what Devin Accord and the Chinooks can do here.
The entire formation heavy over on the far side, and it's a direct snap. And a short gain of maybe 2 or 3.
Wildcat other than Iceland and Suhada.
Devin Accord with the carry.
Accord is 3 yards out of 2nd and 7.
It'll be 2nd and 7 here. Kevin's on the Facebook follow list here. Thank you, Kevin, for that. Appreciate your support. Shotgun formation now coming back to the near side and finding a crease getting across the 40-yard line. This should be good for a first down. It's Drew Schlangen this time coming in, running some Wildcat. .225 clock running here in the first quarter. And again, fans, we do feature a live stream comment section, so feel free to type something in, and as long as it's PG-13, I'll be happy to read it. Kalama finally spreads it out a little bit here. They got 4 wide receivers. 2 to each side. Motion coming back towards the far side, and it's another direct snap to the quarterback and a keeper, and trying to get outside on the edge, and the ball comes loose, and it looks to be recovered here by the Wildcats, and it is. So a costly turnover here is going to give the ball back to the Wildcats in prime field position. They will take over at the Chinooks 38-yard line, already on top here, 3-0. So Kalama defense will be called upon once again. See what they can do to limit the Wildcats' potential damage here. Still a little ways away from the red zone, but trips to the near side. And so far, it's been nothing but runs. And now we've got a rollout pass to the near side and on the money and caught. And that is right near the marker. Making the reception is number 9, Johnny Lindstroth.
Abel Koski with a nice open field tackle on number 9, Lindstroth.
And it looks like the officials say 10 yards was the amount picked up, and that's good for a first down for La Center. That's the first pass play by the Wildcats. Wildcats are going to have to diversify their bonds next week when they take on the Seton Catholic Cougars. Those two teams had an epic game last year down at Seton Catholic with La Center storming back late in the fourth quarter to win the league championship. Might have been some movement up there at the top, but neither here nor there. I'm not officiating, and a screen ball is going to give 6 yards, maybe 7, to the Wildcats. Second down and 4 for La Center. So far, they love this post here. And it's going to be a handoff going off right side. Making a cut back inside, carrying some tacklers now is Cromie. Cromie is brought down at around the 12-yard line. Under 30 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. The Wildcats don't need to hurry to run a play here. They can let the clock wind all the way down. And now they break the huddle. 5 seconds to go, and they might be trying to get one off here. Whistle, flag. So with 1.1 seconds, the official throws a flag for a false start against La Center. That'll back them up 5. So trying to hurry things up a little bit. Costed the Wildcats 5, and the clock runs, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Teams will switch sides of the field. Hey, we still got ourselves a ball game here, 3-0. La Center on top at the first mini intermission. Well, fans, next week we're going to be back over at the Longview Memorial Stadium for the Civil War matchup between the Mark Morris Monarchs and the R.A. Long Lumberjacks. The stakes could be pretty high. Playoff berths might be on the line when crosstown rivals meet for, I don't know, maybe the 100th time for all I know. Long time, probably not that many. It's got to be in like the 50s, maybe the 60s. But score updates from around the area here. Washougal leads Columbia River 7-0. Kelso defeats Mountain View in the early game down at McKenzie Stadium 21-12. So the Highlanders will clinch a playoff spot tonight if Prairie is able to defeat Shelton in their matchup. Camas is on top of Union 7-0. Nooksack Valley and Montesano tied at 7 at Monty. Evergreen on top of Heritage 7-0. And right here under the lights, 3-0 La Center. And it's a keeper, and he's brought down in the backfield. There is number 10, Eric Schulson. Could have been a designed keeper there by the quarterback, Wyatt Island. And it's going to be about a 1 yard, maybe 2 yard loss here. It's going to bring up second down and long, looking like second down and about 17-ish. Crowd getting into it, chance of defense as N2 is down in the stands here tonight. And back to pass. Island floats one far side and has a man, and it just at the last second is bobbled by the intended receiver, Parker McKinney. What a ball there by Island. Third down and long coming for the Wildcats.
Brings up third down for the Wildcats.
And LaCenter is going to go with a split tight end off the left side. Two wide receivers split way outside. Now a sprint left here. And Island sees some open space, and he wants to try to run for it. He is upended after a decent gain of about 7. Maybe decision time here again for LaCenter. It appears that the kicker, Rembish, has the distance here to maybe hit. He's already got one, and they're going to bring him out here. Why not? Ball is spotted at about the 13-yard line. And this is going to be another 29-yard field goal here. And this kick is up, and it is good. Wow, that had plenty of distance. But the Kalama defense holds up strong again. The Wildcats do take advantage of the turnover. They lead it now 6-0 with 10-11 left in the second quarter. Still just a one-score game. If Kalama is able to get something going on the offensive end, it's going to make things pretty interesting. LaCenter hasn't played too many close games thus far on the season. They opened up with a 35-7 win against Montesano, but they've been in running clock territory for just about every game they've played this year, other than that one. You could say the same for Kalama as well. They opened up the year with a really good win against Woodland, followed it up with a hold-on-to-your-butts win against Tenino. But league play so far, other than that game against Seton Catholic, the Kalama Chinooks have taken care of business. Both these teams familiar with winning and winning big. A lot of ball game here to go with 10-11 to go second quarter. But Rembish with the 2 field goals, both of the 29-yard variety, have the Wildcats on top 6-0. And he tees it up here from the 40 and will kick it away. And this one's a low squibber on the carpet. And it's finally picked up at around the 20-yard line. Now trying to run it back to the near side. Pulled down from behind around the 25-yard line. On the return there is number 8, Quinn Hahn. Kalama with the possession now. They're third of the ball game. They did receive the opening kickoff, in case anyone is wondering what will happen to start the third quarter, but Kalama looking to get their offense going. Only 1 first down so far and the turnover. Punted on their first possession, and they rotate the strong side to the near side here with a bunch formation tight to the line, and it's a direct keeper going that way, trying to get some blocks and pushing across the 30-yard line to the 31 is Drew Schlangen. And Schlangen has 5, maybe 6. And so far, Schlangen has been the best option carrying the football here from what you'd call a Wildcat situation. But it's not really true Wildcat unless you've got motion going across with a fake handoff on a quarterback keep. And another direct snap, and Schlangen now tries his luck on the right side, and it's going to be a short gain of maybe 2. Island playing defense as well for the Wildcats is credited with the tackle. Guess I should check my roster just to make sure there's not another Island on there. But 3rd down and 1. Probably expect to see Kalama do something fairly similar, and they do, and it's going to go right up the middle, and it looks to be enough here for the first down. Yep, it's a good for by about a yard. Schlangen with the carry. He could be sore tomorrow morning after the workload might have increased because of the fumble. But 6-zip visitors here at Kalama, 8:42 clock run in second quarter. Kalama with its second first down. Ball spotted on the 37. And same thing here. And a great hole opens up, crossing the 45, getting out to the 46 is another Schlangen direct snap carry. So offensive coordinator Dan Brown just putting it in one of his best athletes' hands right now and letting him go to work. Right here in front of us, empty formation, heavy to the far side, a wing off to the near side. And it looks to be going to the far side, and it's going to be a first down run out to midfield. Gain of 4. First and 10 now. Kalama putting together a couple of first downs, and they're going to take this one all the way outside and breaking a tackle initially and getting out to the 42-yard line again right here in front of us. There is a penalty flag, though, on the carpet right in front of the LaCenter sideline. And it's going to be a face mask here against the Wildcats. So the Chinooks marching deep now into Wildcat territory. So right here behind the post, we're going to go wide lens here. We'll try to zoom on the far sideline action. First and 10 at the 27 of LaCenter. Kalama with 3 first downs here on this drive with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter, looking to possibly tie or take the lead. Direct snap, Schlangen. Jukes back inside after initially showing that he was going to try to go off tackle to the outside, and he is going to get about 5 here. Second down and 6 here. Number of white jerseys on the tackle. Very specific. So again, we got wide lens here. We're going to try to see if I can scoot my camera down just a little bit, see if I can't get more of this action. And it's a direct snap keeper, different quarterback here, or running back, I should say. And it's going to be Talon Thomas, stood up for no gain. Six nothing LaCenter with the lead. Probably 4 down territory here for the Chinooks. Hard count movement. And it looked like everybody on Kalama's side stood still, and the indicator is it's going to be encroachment called against LaCenter, and it is. That is going to be huge. It's good for a first down, they say. So the fourth first down on the drive sets the Chinooks up deep in La Center territory. Nose of the football touching the Wildcats 16 here. Now we're finally inside the obstructive view, and now it's coming out to the near side. Great pursuit by the defense, though, here. On the tackle there is Caden Emerson. Mason Klein also in there on the tackle. And it says the loss of 6 according to the PA announcer here. That'll be 2nd and 16. Ball on the 23. And we've got a timeout, Chinooks. 4:46 to go in the first half. And the Chinooks want to talk things over here to make sure that they get the right string of play calls. Chance to take advantage of their opportunities and keep this game, well, I mean, it's already close, but keep this game really close if they're able to get a touchdown. The perception here coming into this one was, you know, with no Aiden Brown and no Henry Sigfridson, that Kalama might not be the gamest of opponents so far for La Center. That does not appear to be the case. Right now, Kalama's defense has answered the bell on a couple of deep Wildcat drives and held them to field goals. Eric Haynes, my man, thank you so much for typing into the live stream comment section. We do have that, by the way, folks. You're free to type in whatever you want as long as there's no F words. Tumwater on top of WF West, 14-0 commented by Eric Haynes on Facebook. I had the spread minus 23.5 in that game there, Eric, as you know. So we'll see how that game ultimately turns out. I don't know. Tumwater's looking like a different animal so far this season. So here we go after the timeout, 2nd down and 16. And it's spread out, trips to the top, and it's going to be a handoff. It's going nowhere. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. So 3rd and 17, under 4:30 to go now here in this first half. Tight ball game. Behind the post here, we've got 3 wide receivers to the top here for Kalama. And a throw back to the near side, and it's incomplete. Trying to set up a screen ball to Schlangen. The cord at the quarterback position there for that play, and it's going to be 4th and 16. You're probably not punting it here. Wonder if not the kicker might have the leg or not, but either way, clock stop with 4:01, and Kalama looks to be huddling up and prepared to go for it here. They're going to need to get to the Wildcats' 7-yard line. They got 3 wide receivers heading to the top. Single coverage down here at the bottom, and the free safety is in the middle of the field. So maybe take a shot here down this near sideline, and then instead setting in the pocket, throwing deep, has a man! Catch is made! Touchdown! Chinooks! What a dime ball! Jody Martinez with the touchdown. 6 up here. Kalama ties it. Extra point pending. On to attempt the PAT is Martinez. And it's blocked. Can't return it for points in high school. So we will remain tied up here at 6. But a 24-yard touchdown ties the ball game up here on the hill. DeCord with the touchdown pass. Johnny Martinez with the reception. A great ball down the seam 3:54 to go first half. We've got ourselves a ball game here. Wow. Score update into the first quarter at Longview Memorial Stadium. Upset alert. Mark Morris on top of Woodland, 14-7. Ridgefield leading RA Long 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Matt McKinney says, good coverage. Yep. Well, and then we got a little onside-ish kick covered up on at the 36, 37-ish yard line of La Center, and that's where the Wildcats will start their next drive. 3:51 to go in the half.
And making sure McKinney goes nowhere is going to be number 9.
Leave it to head coach Mike Peck of the Mark Morris Monarchs to put together one of their best efforts so far in the first quarter this season, giving Woodland a run for their money already. I had a feeling that game might be a little intriguing with the styles. Mark Morris's offense and Woodland's defense. Woodland's defense more geared up to stop the run and win at the line of scrimmage, but Mark Morris can attack you deep down the seams and on the edges, and we've got a keeper here by the quarterback, and it's Island picking up 6, maybe 7. Call it a long 6. 2nd and 4. Right here in front of us on the action. A good turnout on the far sideline there for the La Center Wildcats. But Johnny Martinez ties this game up just a few minutes ago on a 4th down and 17. Trips to the near side, and it's a roll to the near side, back to pass, and a deep ball down the seam, and it's too long. Oh, there's a flag. It looked like feet got tangled, and that ball looked to be 15 yards beyond the coverage and beyond the wide receiver. That is pretty uncatchable if you ask me, but they're going to pick up the flag. Yep. The feet did get tangled up. Don't get me wrong here, but it didn't look like there was any PI there. So a good decision, in my opinion, by the officials. I'm not paid to have an opinion. So either way, I can tell you the facts. It's 3rd and 4 here for La Center. Cromie takes it off the left side, and he is initially hit in front of the marker, but shakes off a tackle, takes it beyond midfield, and he is just in front of his bench, out of bounds at the 48, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Wildcats. And again, La Center does receive the second half kickoff to start the 3rd quarter, so a big opportunity for them to possibly get another score before the half and then get the ball to start the 3rd. Trips to the near side. Island hands it off. Cromie jump cuts and shakes off a tackle, stumbles and reaches for some extra yardage. He's going to be marked out at the Chinooks 45-yard line, pickup of 4. Tackle credited to Abel Koski. Looks like a short 4, a long 3. Ball touching the 45-yard line of Kalama. 2:40 to go. They did mark that out of bounds, so the clock stopped. Formation a little bit tighter now, only 2 wide receivers. Back to pass, though, is Island looking down the middle, going down the middle, and this one is going to be whistled dead. We do have whistles back at the line of scrimmage. That's why I didn't get too excited. That was a great ball. But it's a dead ball foul, a false start called against La Center. That's going to cost them 5, and it'll back them up to about a 2nd down and 11. Depth perception not too good here from the top of the stands. It's a little easier to see where they're going with it when you're up at the bird's eye nest. But that one intended to go towards the far sideline. But a good turnout here at Kalama High School, especially on that far sideline for the visitors from the center. Second down and 11. Cromie to the left of Island, and Island throws a slant route and then making a move back outside, trying to shake off a defender is the wide receiver. Waiting to see the number. We got number 11, Parker McKinney, with the reception. Third down and short. Looking like third and about 3 with this ball spotted at the 41. Clock still running, though. Down to 10 in the half. Got to look for Cromie here maybe twice to get this one. Said it's pulled out, and it's a high pass, but it's hauled in. Great acrobatics there by McKinney. That one looked like it was going a little bit wide up the field. But McKinney keeps the drive alive for now, and a new set of downs coming for the Wildcats. 1:58 to go, and the clock runs now with the ball spotted inside the Chinooks 30 at the 29.
Settle the center, first and 10 at the Chinook 29 with 1:43 left to go.
Trips coming to the near side here. Wildcats looking to spread out the Chinook defense. And it's a handoff going back to the left side, a little counter, and a juke back to the outside. Cromie is close to the first down marker. He's got 9. And the Wildcats looking to hurry up, and I don't think they had everybody set. And there's a timeout called. The whistle did blow, but not because of a false start, but just because the Kalama Chinooks want to talk things over. 1:16 left here in the first half, and it's going to be second down and 1 coming for the Wildcats after the timeout. Onalaska leads Toledo 16-0 up in Grittville, USA. Montesano on top of Nooksack Valley 10-7. Ooh. 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 Okay. Monty ready to go after getting upset at home last week to Rochester. Out of the timeout. Handoff coming back to the near side. Blocker out in front. And it looks to be Cromie here with a first down carry. Clock is going to stop. Ball looks to be on the 16 now. But this is where the Chinooks defense has tightened up so far. Right here at this part. Yet the Wildcats have not gotten inside the 10, and now it's a handoff to Cromie. And Cromie is right near the goal line. He's hit hard. Did he get in? He's about a yard short. But the clock does stop. 51.3 left in the first half, and now it will wind. And now the Wildcats can take their time here and make sure that they don't really give the ball back to Kalama. And Kalama decides to burn their final timeout of the half wisely so they can try to preserve as much time as possible in the event La Center does punch this across for a touchdown. 6 up with 42 seconds to go in the first half. And again, fans taking a look around for scores in the area. Last I saw, Washougal on top of Columbia River now 14-0. Hawkinson and Hudson's Bay tied up at 14 apiece. out of the timeout here. Ball spotted at the 1. And it's a direct snap keeper, and into the end zone is Island for the Wildcats touchdown. LaCenter reclaims the lead 12-6 with 38.5 to go in the first half. A good response by the Wildcats after allowing a 4th and 17 conversion to go for a touchdown on the previous Kalama drive. Extra point pending. And Rembich ready to kick the extra point, already with 2 field goals, and the hold is down, and that thing is just right down Broadway. 13-6, LaCenter converts the PAT, and they are on top by a touchdown with 38.5 seconds to go in the half.
Looks like currently with 38.5 left, we're sitting at Chinooks 6, Wildcats 13.
Still a close game here on the hill. LaCenter trying to get to next week to where they will still be undefeated and possibly taking on Seton Catholic for a league championship. I think that much has been decided, but with a win, they would have a chance for an outright league championship. If they lose, the best they could do would be a 3-way tie if they are fortunate enough to knock off the Cougars. A battle of cats next week. Right down the line here in front of us. Wildcats set to kick off, want to avoid anything big. And this one is a little pooch kick. And not much time goes off the clock as this is fielded by Owen Kushner. And Kushner is going to get the ball to the 33-32 yard line. So 35.6 left to operate here for the Chinooks.
You own a gray Toyota Tundra, license plate Washington, C as in Charlie, 76757, K as in King. Your battery's going to be dead if you don't go shut off your lights.
So here we go, trips to the top, single back. And rolling to the far side, looking to throw a flag in the backfield. This one is dangerous and almost intercepted. And DeCord unable to find a target, but let's check on the laundry here.
Incomplete, and there was a penalty on the play.
And it's going to be holding
Against the Chinooks.
against Kalama. So we'll remain first down, but it'll be 1st and 20 for Kalama. Don't imagine that LaCenter would be too interested in trying to stop the clock here if Kalama decides to just run the ball. They came out with the first play on a little smoke screen hook and ladder. So there are some trick plays there in the bag for Coach Brown. And it's going to be a keeper running back to the near side. Now throwing back to the far side. Man is open. Some trichonery as I talk about it. And it's out to midfield. Clock stops with 18.7. The Chinooks are out of timeouts. They might have to just get up to the line and clock it. And the clock winds down to 13 seconds. And the Chinooks are struggling to get set here and get a playoff. This is probably going to be the final play. Nope, they're going to clock it right here. 6.6 to go.
They spiked the ball, stop it at 6.6.
So 6.6 left. We got 66 viewers on the live stream. Uh-oh. Excuse me, it's a sign. 6 is all around. Could we see 6 right here on this very next play?
Or you don't have to be present to win. Because we're going to be making those drawings here at halftime after the cheer performance.
Trips to the near side. Deep coverage here by the Wildcats. Low snap, picked up. And now just heaving this ball up down the middle. And this looks like it's going to be picked. Instead, it's tipped. And incomplete. 0.1 seconds remain in the half. So Kalama will get another shot. I got to tell you, that did not look very promising. And considering that more than likely not going to get the ball to the end zone here through the air, the last thing that you want is to throw a ball up that provides the center a chance to set up some blockers and possibly return an interception all the way to the end zone. So you got to kind of be a little conservative here, but at the same time, you know, you play to win the game, play like a champion. And Kalama looks to be going tight formation. Talon Thomas in the backfield, and he takes a knee with 0.1, and that is going to do it. Halftime here at Kalama. La Center with the lead, 13-6, but we are locked up in a tight one here, ladies and gentlemen. It's senior night at Kalama, and can the seniors muster up a really strong effort here in the second half to possibly erase this 7-point deficit? They've already erased a 6-point deficit and had an opportunity to take a lead, but tied it up. We're going to step aside here for a minute. We've got some coaches and folks from up in the press box who are going to look to climb down, so we're going to see some bodies come across in front of the camera.
The football booster drawing, the cheer group was kind enough to hold off. So here we go. The first drawing is for $1,500 cash.
But what a ball game we've had so far here.
0-0.
2 field goals kicked by Nate Rembich. Both of them 29-yarders. A keeper for a touchdown by Wyatt Island from 1 yard out. And a 24-yard touchdown reception by Johnny Martinez. Your total scoring here in the first half.
And those go to, I've never heard this name before, Stordal, Kalisha Stordal, player Braden. You got the Seahawks tickets.
All right, fans, so we are here at the half. I'm going to take a quick audio timeout, set it down, hear some background noise, and we'll be back here to start the second half in roughly 10 minutes or so. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on the hill at Kalama High School. Just about a minute on the game clock here on the scoreboard, but both La Center and Kalama just now coming back onto the field, so we could have a little extended delay here before we get started. Don't know if Kalama knows how much time is supposed to be left here, but neither here nor there. Thank you all for being with us again here. Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media, saying thank you so much for being with us. At the half, La Center leads this one 13-6. Looking to continue their unbeaten season. 7-0 overall, 5-0 in league play. But having a tough time here on the road against Kalama in that first half. They were able to move the ball. In fact, they didn't punt at all in the entire first half. You don't want to say only 13 points to show for it, but only 13 points to show for it. They ended up driving the ball down inside the Kalama 15 twice, but end up settling for 2 field goals from right at about 30 yards, about 29 yards. Took a 6-0 lead. And Kalama put together its best drive of the ball game, going right down the field after getting 4 first downs. And they picked up their last one on a 5-yard encroachment penalty on a 3rd down and 5. From there, the La Center defense tightened up, and they actually pushed Kalama back to the 24-yard line. It was a 4th and 17 when Kalama was able to strike with a touchdown pass to Johnny Martinez. The PAT attempted by Martinez was blocked, made the score 6-6, and then La Center carved out a 75-yard drive to take the lead. That drive capped off by a 1-yard touchdown by quarterback Wyatt Island. And that's where we're at right now, 13-6. They put a couple minutes back up on the scoreboard. So under 2 minutes now until the start of the second half. Well, fans, thank you for taking a couple of minutes or so out of your night here to join us. Hopefully you're here watching the entire thing. That's the goal. But if it's your first time watching N2 Media live streams, please do me a favor and follow our page on Facebook or subscribe to our channel on YouTube. It's free and it helps me tremendously. It's what helps provide me the ability to be monetized on YouTube, and can't do it without the support of all the fans in the area. I've probably said it 15 times. I'll say it for a 16th time. It's our first trip up here to Kalama High School. First time doing a stream for either of these two teams. Very excited to have a chance to see both as we wind down the regular season of 2024. Both of these teams are destined to go to the postseason. And the version that you see tonight of Kalama is kind of held together with duct tape and glue, as they are missing 2 of their top players, Aiden Brown and Henry Sigfridson. So far it's been Drew Schlangen, doing most of the heavy lifting here on offense for the Chinooks. Kellen Ball says 55-0 Seton against Stevenson. Yeah, I believe it. Seton Catholic really good. I'm sure there's some Seton Catholic fans paying attention to this one now, probably switching off from the game that they're watching 3-dimensionally to peep in and see what's happening here on the N2 Media Game of the Week. We've got a couple of games that I could be covering that are really good. Woodland and Mark Morris knotted up at 14 apiece at Longview Memorial, but the Monarchs starting to find that turnover bug again. They've been plagued with that so far this season. I think they're averaging somewhere near 4 or 5 turnovers per ball game at this point, and you know that's the big bugaboo for the Monarchs. But they find themselves in a battle, and they're looking to get into the postseason with a victory, coupled with a Columbia River loss here tonight. We're going to have one more gentleman here for sure come across the camera, hopefully before kickoff, and I think that that's good news for us.
Rambiz and Lindström in the backfield for the center.
All right. And we are ready to go. And it's a little squibber and fielded heading back towards the far sideline behind the post is the returner, swung down at about the 34-yard line. That was Jarrett Scott on the return. And the Wildcats will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. I'm this game's scorekeeper for the Seton fans in the Gorge. Well, you know what they could do? They could watch it as well, Kellen. But I get it. You want to take all the credit. That's fine. I get it. No, I appreciate you, Kellen. Don't get any ideas, though, about how this game is going. Both these teams playing really good right now. Tight ball game here on the Hill. 13-6, start of the second half. And we've got a keeper by Island, a little fakery there on the handoff, and carrying out that read option, moving to the left side, is going to give him 10 and a first down for the center. First play of the second half, and the Wildcats are going to go tempo here. They're ready to go. And it's Cromie heading back towards the outside, and he gets around the edge, and he's probably got enough for a first down. Yep, they're going to give him 12. So a good sign here by the Wildcats. 2 plays, 2 first downs, both on the ground. And the Wildcats get set, and it's a direct keeper, Island, and he is still trucking. Finally brought down, carrying a couple of Chinooks with him. He's going to get 7 here.
Island, the ball carrier, Schlangen holding around his waist. Gets some help.
Schlangen credited with the tackle. Second down and 3, maybe 4. And again, tempo, and it's a handoff coming to the near side. It's Cromie. Cromie stiff arms one tackle off and stumbles and keeps his balance and goes up the near sideline. Does not go down. We do have a flag, though, back at the hash marks here, and it's going to be a hold against Le Center. So the effort there by Cromie is going to be taken away momentarily. And 10 yards from the spot here. It's going to bring up second down, and it looks like 14 or so. And again, fans, we do feature the live stream comment section. As some of you have figured out, please feel free to type in where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, favorite color, thoughts, prayers, hopes, dreams. Back to pass on a smoke screen to the top, making the reception, getting a block, heading up the far sideline, room to run, on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. It is Parker McKinney on the tutty. 50 yards all the way to the house. Just like that, it is 19-6 Le Center, PAT pending. As I like to say often, that escalated quickly. And the snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. 20-6 Wildcats. McKinney from Island for 50 and 6. 10:20 to go here in the third quarter. And you could just feel the energy just get sucked out of the stadium here momentarily. Kalama's going to have to figure out a response plan. See if they can't get everybody energized and back in it. A lot of game left to be played. Next week, fans will be live Friday night, Longview Memorial Stadium. R.A. Long against Mark Morris in the Civil War rivalry. R.A. Long and Ridgefield in action down in Ridgefield, and it's the Spudders on top 14-0 at the half. The Lumberjacks holding strong there in that one. Mark Morris tied with Woodland 14 apiece. Obviously, R.A. Long is rooting for a Mark Morris loss here tonight because that would keep them right in the thick of things for getting into the playoffs. Another scenario for R.A. Long to get in is even if Mark Morris wins, R.A. Long could still get in with a win over Mark Morris next week, combined with a Columbia River loss to Hudson's Bay. And this kick is blasted down the middle of the field, and it is returned. And heading up the far sideline, breaking a couple of tackles, and finally checked out of bounds is Quinn Hahn. And Quinn has got a very nice return. There is a flag down, though. And the flag appears to be at the 31-yard line, and the white hat official is looking to find some space and says block in the back here against the Chinooks. So that is going to come back. Not ideal here for Kalama, but nonetheless a good return by Hahn.
Chinooks are starting on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Aaron Winan says, I've seen enough. Time to donate my hammy to Aiden Brown. And we've got a direct snap keeper. That's been pretty much the offense here so far for the Chinooks tonight. And it's actually been fairly effective. They've lined up heavy bunch formations along the line and switched strong sides. And, you know, they've been pounding the ball right at La Center for the most part. And it's going to be 5 yards on the pickup, Schlangen in the ball game. I think there's a lot of people that would agree with Aaron's comment there. There's a lot of hamstrings on the market right now. And a 2nd and 5 play is another direct snap keeper and running off to the right side, getting close to the marker. Appears to be another Schlangen carry, and it is. Gain of 4, 3rd and 1 now. Ahead for the Chinooks. Montesano on top of Nooksack Valley, 17-14 in a non-league game being played in Montesano. I got my eye on that one right now. Tumwater on top at the half, 28-0 against WF West. 3rd and 1 here. And it looks to be enough here for a first down for Schlangen and the Chinooks. And it is.
And with that run, Schlangen able to move the chains for a Chinook first down.
Crowd's got to get into it here and show their support for the Chinooks. Even if they have to do it 3 or 4 yards at a time, it starts with a touchdown on this drive and a stop and an opportunity to get the ball back. Chinooks have gone in their bag of tricks already twice here tonight too, so well, Center's got to stay honest. They're all kind of sucked up to the line right here, expecting the quarterback run, and that's what they are going to see from Schlangen again. And Schlangen gets to the outside and is finally brought down before a gain of about 5, but another flag here. So Drew's Clues is doing all the heavy lifting right now once again to start the 3rd quarter for the Chinooks offense, but the offense might be moving backwards here, and they are. And it's going to be a hold on Kalama. Kalama outside of the 24-yard touchdown pass to Martinez. And the trick play before the end of the first half. they really haven't opened up the passing game too much, and the explosive plays have been held to a minimum. Not used to saying that for a Kalama offense, but that's just been the case here with Aiden Brown's sideline so far here tonight. A direct snap keeper, and the Wildcats are in the backfield to slow the start of this play, and it looks to be about a loss of 2 for Kalama. That's going to bring up second down and longer, about second and 22. (20-6) LaCenter here on top. Parker McKinney taking a smoke screen on the far sideline near the 50-yard line for a touchdown. And this ball is on the ground and needs to be covered up on, and it is recovered by Kalama, but again, moving backwards.
One would say with a bad snap, that puts Chinooks third down.
And it's going to be third and a country mile here. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line-ish. And Kalama is going to need their own 42 for a first down. So third and 38. And they're going to go backwards even more. Looks to be a procedure penalty. It's a false start against Kalama. Half the distance to the goal, so now this will be walked back to the 3-yard line. Third and 39. And it's going to be a handoff going back to the far side. And now a pass down the middle of the field. And it doesn't get to anybody. It's going to be fourth down, and the Chinooks will be faced with a punt situation here.
He is hit by Island before he really is able to throw downfield. Incomplete, fourth down.
So 5:39 to go, third quarter. The Chinooks in punt formation here. And this one's nearly blocked. And a really good return. And again, not able to be tackled there. That is number 9, Johnny Lindstroth.
Able to return it back. You read about the Chinooks.
And the Wildcats are in prime field position here. First and 10 at the Chinooks 22-yard line. Chance to kind of blow this thing open right away in the third with 5:28 to go in the quarter. And a pass going for the pylon a little bit too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Second down and 10.
Number 11,
McKinney, the target once again,
incomplete.
had that touchdown on the previous drive. So far, the playbook, other than the trick plays, but the playbook just a little bit limited here for Kalama's offense. And if you couple that with the ability of LaCenter to carve up yards behind the line and then run after the catch, a big factor as well, it makes for a tough second half mountain to climb here for Kalama. Island keeps, has some open space on the hashes, brought down after a decent gain of about 8. Maybe 7-ish, actually. Third and 3, it looks like. And the Wildcats are going to go tempo again. They've got two wide receivers out to the top here. And it's a run play, and the hole opens up, and Cromie is hit a couple times. He stays on his feet, and he's into the end zone. Oh, my goodness. Isaac Cromie. He got hit in the opposite side of his body, just almost simultaneously, was able to use gravity to his advantage. Some warlock trickery here with the legs. Oh, my goodness. What a run by Cromie for the touchdown. The center on top now, 26-6. Just when it looked like that he was going to go down with two guys simultaneously on him, spins off of it. That broken tackle reminded me of Jermaine Kearse against the Broncos in the Super Bowl for Seattle a little bit over a decade ago, as the extra point is up and it is good. 27-6. What a run by Isaac Cromie. And the Wildcats have blown this game open, now lead it by 21 with 4:50 to go. That was a highlight that's going to be cut up tonight. Woo! The strength by Cromie. If I thought it was quiet before, it's real quiet now. A few people are even packing up the luggage and heading towards the parking lot. That was a parking lot type run there. Those are the runs that the student sections usually start chanting, warm up the bus, except Kalama's at home here tonight for this one. Chinooks still in good position, though, heading into the postseason. And this game ain't over yet. Football has got crazy results every now and then. And this is a very deep kick heading towards the far corner. And it's touched, and it stays in the field of play, and it's got to be returned. Switching field and hit very hard is the returner. And that's Owen Kushner on the return, number 11 for Kalama. And the Chinooks are going to be backed up to start this drive at their own 10, 4:42 to go.
All right, so let's give some good vibes to the Chinooks as they start out first and 10 on their 10. Needing to move that ball down the field.
Low snap, dugout, and it's a direct run here into the teeth of the defense on the line. And DeCord is able to pick up a couple.
He's able to get 5 out of that. So
5 yards
5 yards to go.
for Devin DeCord. Under 4 to play here in the third. Drew Schlangen back there at quarterback for Kalama. Motion is DeCord, and it's a fake handoff to him, and that's a more traditional Wildcat look. Schlangen keeps it, and he's about a yard short of the marker. It'll be 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd and 1.
What's up, Luke? Thanks for stopping in and watching. Appreciate it. (27-6) La Center here, third quarter action. 2 touchdowns in the quarter for the Wildcats. And now a 3rd and short for Kalama, looking to stay in it if they can. And back to pass, a swing route, and out of the backfield. Does not look like the yard to gain was met there. And it's going to be no gain, 4th and 1. And pinned deep in your own territory, faced with a 4th down on a big decision here. Decide if you want to go for it or if you want to try to punt the ball away and put your defense back out there. But it looks like the Chinooks are going to do some personnel substitutions and bring in some bigger bodies off the sideline. Probably just going to try to power this one up the middle on a brotherly shove, or maybe they might have an opportunity to get tricky here, but they are tight to the far side, and everybody for La Center is sucked in tight in the box. And a direct snap and a keeper, and good run there. It's going to be a 1st down carry. Looks to be Drew Schlangen once again.
Schlangen will pick up the Chinook 1st down.
So new set of downs here for Kalama. Clock running, 1:45 to go in the 3rd. And trips to the near side and a pass. Finding a man open out here in the flat. And a big tackle out of bounds. Catch hauled in by Quinn Hahn, and Hahn gets 6 for the Chinooks. 2nd down and 4. And the clock continuing to run here now, 1:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. R.A. Long has scored against Ridgefield, now 14-7 in the 3rd quarter. So, won't go anywhere just yet down there in Spudville. The Jacks looking to stay alive in the postseason hunt. They will regardless of the outcome here tonight. If Mark Morris wins, they're still mathematically in it. What they need is they need Columbia River to lose out. And Columbia River was down 21-0 to Washougal. As we've got another direct snap keeper gain of 2 here for Kalama. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Clock now down to 20 seconds in the quarter. See if the Chinooks hurry up to try to get this play off, or if they want to switch ends of the field and do it on the other side. But again, everybody in tight here for La Center. Low snap, dug out, and that allows Schlangen to maybe pick it up because the defensive ends kind of rush to the outside, seeing that ball on the ground, and he just does get the line to gain. It's a 1st down for Kalama. They'll have it 1st and 10 on the other side of the field. They'll spot it at their own 35-yard line. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, La Center with the lead 27-6. And they are looking to set up that undefeated showdown between top 3 teams next week at home against Seton Catholic. They still got 12 minutes to go here to finish this one off. Seton Catholic up 55-0 against Stevenson. Seems like, that game's probably already in the books. Kalama next week is going to travel to take on Castle Rock, who, by the way, is in action against Kingsway Christian. And Kingsway Christian, last I checked, was leading in that game 19-6, looking to get themselves an opportunity to get into the postseason. 4 bids for sure out of the TRICO, possibly a 5th as well. And not sure if they're going to make the 5th place team take on the 3rd place team from the Evergreen 1A, but that appears to be what is likely. So Castle Rock, Kingsway, Kalama, La Center, Seton Catholic appear destined to play some extra football here, as Kalama has got the ball now, 1st and 10 on their own 35 to start the 4th quarter. And this one is in the backfield, and bearing down on it, diving for it, and recovering it is LaCenter, and that is not an optimistic start for Kalama here in the 4th quarter. Turnover number 2 of the ball game, and LaCenter once again has great field position. Excuse me. Last time LaCenter had the ball, it was a 16-yard touchdown run by Isaac Cromie, and they're going to have it on the 17 to start this drive. Cromie off to the right side and into the end zone easily. Untouched. That is going to do it here. We still got a few minutes to go, obviously. But Isaac Cromie, 17 yards out, 33-6, Wildcats on top. Extra point pending. And the kick is up, and it is good. 34-6, LaCenter with the lead in this one with 11:48 to go. Tremendous second half effort here by the Wildcats. It was 13-6 at the half. It was 6-6 in the second quarter. The Wildcats not interested in playing a close game down the stretch here. Hawkinson in line to possibly pick up their first win of the season, taking on the Hudson's Bay Eagles. Score update, 30-14, Hawkinson on top in that one. Washougal leads Columbia River 35-6. Anacortes on top of Lakewood 29-0 up north in the Northwest 2A conference. Excuse me. Sumner on top of Emerald Ridge currently 24-6. Camas on top of Union 20-10. Tumwater extends its lead against WF West 35-0. And the kick is fielded here at the 8-yard line. And a big hit near the helmet area there. We're behind the post as we've got a little fracas pushing and shoving after the play as Quinn Hahn with another quality return. Now, I don't have the best camera set up behind the post there to see that, but that looked like a helmet-to-helmet tackle. You just hope that Quinn Hahn is okay and doesn't have any residual effect from that hit, but the Chinooks will have it now 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line here behind the pole. And they are going to go direct snap, and it's going nowhere. In fact, it's going backwards, and now we've got a late flag. Helmet gets taken off. It's Drew Schlangen who comes up without his hat on. More than likely, that's going to be a face mask, and it is. It's a personal foul, 15 yards marked off against LaCenter. So that'll get us out behind the post here.
So with that, here we go. It's going to be
First and 10 at the 41-yard line of Kalama. And another low snap. On the ground, Kalama can't get the play off, but at least this time they're able to cover it up.
He's able to fall on it.
Loss of 4.
But that's a loss of 4.
Second down and 14 now. Kingsway on top 26-7 against Castle Rock. And it's an option keeper in the backfield here, and it's not going anywhere except backwards.
The court keeps it ease, met by number 18, Randall, and 52, Tyson Grove of the Wildcats.
Third down and 18 here.
There's a little more yardage on that.
Under 10 to go. Paul Thornton, what's up, Paul? Says, let's go Wildcats in the live stream comment section. Back behind the post here for this third down and long. Kalama needs the La Center 49-yard line. And blitz coming, rolling here to the near side, looking to throw back across the field, and pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Drew's Clues over there. Unable to do so, and it's going to be fourth and long. And I think the Chinooks are going to bring the special teams unit in here and punt the football away. Of course, that's just speculation.
Lindstroth in the backfield for the Wildcats.
Johnny Lindstroth in the backfield there as the punt is away. And Lindstroth runs up on it and receives it, and runs it up the far sideline. He's pulled down almost immediately right around the 46, 47-yard line. So first and 10, La Center with the lead, 34-6. Fans, thank you so much for being with us here tonight for the N2 Media live stream game of the week. First time up here on Kalama, and this is how I get some compensation as well, besides followers and subscriptions for free on social media. If you like what I do, consider a donation. Venmo preferred, PayPal acceptable. But it's at N2 Media to help out with the live stream efforts here. Get the game back going here. As we've got a pass out to the near side, and it is immediately blown up here on the near sideline. McKinney with the reception, tackled down by Kushner. Loss of 7, second down and 17.
Deep in the backfield. Second and 17 for La Center.
And we've got a change at quarterback. It's going to be Nate Rembish, the sophomore, who's been kicking the field goals and PATs tonight. And he hands off back to the near side, and look at the speedster. Cut it back up to the 40-yard line. Wow, look at that quickness by Gavin Emerson. Emerson, a junior. Rembish, a sophomore. I mentioned early in the broadcast that La Center is fairly young. They've only got, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rostered seniors on this team. That is a bright spot for the future. And their quarterback starter. Island is a senior, so obviously losing a senior quarterback is tough to replace, but the backup Rembich here is doing a pretty good job handing the ball off so far. If that's all you have to do, that's good. Clock running now, down to 7:08 to go in the ball game. LaCenter on their way to the victory, keeping the perfect record intact. Kalama gave them a scare early there, but the LaCenter defense super tough this season. And this ball is faked, kept, rounded up the near sideline, down to the 10 or the 11-yard line is number 13, Caden Emerson.
13 Emerson, the ball carrier. He's taken down by Koski and Kushner in combat.
Koski with the tackle. Kushner also in there.
But the Wildcats keep on moving down the field.
And LaCenter is setting up 1st and 10 at the Chinooks 11. The backups still moving the ball with ease. Kalama just ready to get out of here and rest up for a big game next week at Castle Rock. And it's a fake handoff. Rembich keeps it. He gets the edge, and he gets the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And Rembiz has been a weapon so far here tonight, getting some backup duty here at quarterback, but he has been kicking the ball extremely well all night. He's perfect on field goals and PATs, and that touchdown makes it 40-6 with 5:47 to go. And now he's on for the PAT attempt to remain perfect. High snap, good hold. The kick is good. 41-6, Wildcats. 5:47 left here in the ball game. Again, fans, I appreciate you so much. Please subscribe to the live stream channels that you could be watching on here. This is where you can find us on our social media platforms. YouTube, Twitter, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Jalen Ward has subscribed. Jalen, thank you so much. Jalen Ward, that name sounds familiar, almost like Jalen Ward is a LaCenter graduate. I've had a chance to cover some high school sports, doing some podcast work with the greats around the state. Jalen Ward's name came up often. And then No Hating on This Channel says, "Hi, Dad, I love you." Hi, Vaughn. I love you too, buddy. Yeah, that's so sweet. Thank you so much, bud. I love you. Can't believe Jalen Ward's watching and not typing in on the live stream comment section. Got some rookies here. I'm a rookie in this area, and this is the first time I've had a chance to cover a LaCenter game, so super excited to see it. Wildcats living up to the hype. This kick is deep and fielded just before the corner of the end zone. Kushner is tackled down. And again, we find ourselves behind the dreaded post. Paul Thornton, that is pure goodness. Absolutely. Heart melting. Say hi to my wife, Geneve, at home. My baby boy, Preston, 9 months old. And then my unborn daughter, baby Eunice. I need to pull the live stream comment section here, guys. We got to talk about something else here besides football because it's getting out of hand here. 40-6. Deep pass loading up, and there's nothing but white jerseys out here, and Rembish does something bad for the first time tonight. Drops a ball that should have been intercepted, but, I mean, for a girl, Eunice, yay or nay? Good name? Not sure. I'm all on board, but I need some help. We need some recruiting done. See, Jalen's following on Facebook too, and on Twitter, or the artist formerly known as Twitter. Sorry, I still want to know yes or no on the name Eunice for my daughter. I'm partial to it. What can I say? 2nd down and 10. It means joyful victory in Greek. I'm not Greek, I don't think, but it's still a cool name. Direct snap keeper. It's been the offensive game plan so far here tonight by the Chinooks with the limited playmakers. They still got playmakers. Unique for sure. Oh, Paul, man. If you don't like it, that's cool, man. Unique for sure. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you're creative, that's for sure. Yeah, I get it. I think it's okay. Mark says, yes, great name. Okay, there we go. All right. I mean, I don't know, joyful victory, that seems pretty good. Having 2 boys and then finally having a girl, I think it's a victory. High snap, but held down. Pump fake. Now looking to scramble behind the pole, out from the pole, getting a first down. So the Chinooks looking to threaten the scoreboard for the 2nd time here tonight as the clock winds down to 4 minutes. Tom Lambert has subscribed. Justin Feldman has subscribed. Thank you guys so much. Justin says he's liking the new uniforms for La Center. Reminds me when we got new uniforms when I played for La Center back in 2010. It's always good to see former alumnus on the live stream comment section, Justin. Be sure to let your friends and family know that we've got the game here for free as we got some broken tackles along the near sideline. And maybe another first down. And it's Quinn Hahn who's been running hard here tonight. But by the way, everybody, if you're watching live, if you know the players out here or you know their parents, well, give them a text, send them a link, let them know that they can rewatch this broadcast at any time on all of our social media channels that are the game's streaming on, which is Facebook and YouTube. You might even be able to cut up your own personal highlights. If you'd like to do that, you can clip them, share them on social media. But we love doing it and appreciate every one of you. And again, if you got any spare schmeckles, a $5 tip or a $1,000 tip goes a long way. And speaking of going a long way, that pass has gone a long way down the middle. And do we have simultaneous possession? No, we don't. Instead, we've got an interception here by Gavin Emerson. And Emerson, in spot duty, has really shown his ability to run the football and now pick it off. 2:37 to go. La Center takes over. They don't have to run too many more plays as the fans that have remained in attendance are now really loading up the luggage and looking to head towards the parking lot. Tough break here tonight for Kalama on senior night. Every senior was honored before the game, and a couple of them are not in uniform here tonight. Henry Sigfridson and, of course, Aiden Brown. Excuse me, Henry Sigfridson, just a sophomore. Check that. 2:11 to go. And a handoff. Jump cut off to the right side and finally pushed back, and apparently the ball came out. And it is recovered by the Wildcats. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Now under 2 to go in the ball game. This game's actually making pretty good time. It's only 8:56. It's about 2 hours time. Kingsway wins it against Castle Rock 33-7. Camas on top of Union 41-10. Woodland has gone ahead of Mark Morris 28-14 and are apparently kicking onside kicks and recovering them. So that could set up a big showdown, which it will next week, as we've got a big man carry here in the backfield. Big number 70, Jack Tyler, 6'2", 245, takes a handoff as we've got rain coming down here in Kalama. That doesn't make me very optimistic about the walk down the hill, but nevertheless, doesn't have to happen right away. 38 seconds to go in this one. The Wildcats will run one more play, maybe just take a knee and get out of here. It's 3rd down and 12, as they are going to move to 8-0 overall, 6-0 in the TRICO League standings. Kalama will drop to 6-2, 4-2 in league. But Kalama, with the Castle Rock loss, is in good shape now. We've got a quarterback keeper up the far sideline. I believe that's the 3rd. Well, technically, that's still something to be played for next week. I guess that Castle Rock could win that game and tie Kalama in the standings and get the head-to-head tiebreaker and the 3 seed. That is going to do it here, folks. At Kalama High School, La Center comes away with the win, 41-6 in our N2 Media game of the week. Tom Scanlon, best local high school football coverage I have seen in a while. Well, we do it often, Tom. We will cover RA Long, Mark Morris, Ridgefield primarily, and whomever they are opposing on the evening. But come on back and watch any of our games that you'd like. We got a whole library full of games from this season, done one every week. Matter of fact, I think this is our 46th or 40. Yeah, I think it's our 46th football live stream. So pretty happy about that. Approaching the big number 50. Again, happy about that as well. But I appreciate everybody coming on out to the live stream. La Center scores often in the second half. It was 13-6 at the intermission. Isaac Cromie ends up with 2 touchdowns here tonight. He was the main workhorse for La Center in the victory. So Isaac Cromie, congratulations. You are named the N2 player of the game with 2 touchdown runs on the night. And also, you got to give a big shout out to wide receiver Parker McKinney, a 50-yard touchdown run, or run after the catch, I should say, excuse me. And Wyatt Iceland, quarterback, did a great job. He had a 1-yard touchdown run as well. And La Center is going to huddle up here on the pitch, or the gridiron as they call it in football. Denny Maxwell, thank you so much for the comment. Appreciate that. And you'd love to see you guys on the live stream once again. Next week, it's going to be Mark Morris taking on R.A. Long. Civil War and playoff spots are on the line. Looking forward to that ball game for sure. And again, fans, another opportunity here just for you to take a look. Consider a small donation to the cause, Venmo or PayPal at N2 Media. Venmo preferred, PayPal acceptable. That is going to wrap things up for us here on the hill as the rain is starting to set in, and I would like my equipment to stay functional. So I appreciate everybody coming on in and watching the live stream tonight, and thank you for those that have subscribed to the channel. And again, share with friends and family. Let the players know they can go back and rewatch the game for free at any time on YouTube or Facebook. On behalf of N2 Media, this is Nick Sisson from Kalama High School signing off. 41-6, La Center wins. It sets up the undefeated showdown next week with the Seton Catholic Cougars. Kalama will look to pick up the pieces and take them with them to Castle Rock. They still got one more ball game to go as well. And for those who plan to come back next week, Mark Morris and R.A. Long in the Civil War over at Longview Memorial Stadium with playoff implications on the line. Looking forward to it. Hope to see you all next time, fans. Take care and have a good night.